Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pristaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Tinamine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Sunyavadi Asatati Sharine Mancha Kalpatarubhyasya Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaura Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. 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 Reading from 7th canto of the Srimad Bhagavatam, chapter 5, Prahlad, the saintly son of Hiranyakashipu. So this is a story of Prahlad Maharaj, and the whole 7th canto practically is dedicated into the story, glories of Lord Nrsimhadev, as we are going to observe Lord Nrsimhadev's appearance day in 1 week's time or so. Yes, 11. That means next Sunday. We just want to prepare ourselves that we are thinking of Lord Nrsimhadev starting today. For the next few days, of course, we should be thinking of Lord Nrsimhadev. Lord Nrsimhadev is the God of love. That means because of his love towards his devotee, he wanted to be sure that his devotee's words will become true. Most of you are familiar with the story of Lord Nrsimhadev. There is no difference between Lord Nrsimhadev, Lord Krishna, Lord Ram, and Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. They're all the same equal level, same potency. All of them, they have parents, except Lord Nrsimhadev. Who is the father of Lord Ram? And mother? How about Lord Krishna? Who's the father?
Nanda Maharaj.
Nanda Maharaj. Mother Yashoda. How about Lord Chaitanya? Yeah. How about Nrsimhadev? He came, from the filler, but that doesn't mean that he's the parents. But he doesn't have practically any parents, so to speak. When it comes to Leela, the Lord, even though he's the God, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, he chose his parents. God means he doesn't have any origin. If God has an origin, that means he is not God. But for the sake of pastimes, then Lord Krishna or Lord Ram or Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, they appeared in a particular family. And the parents, both mother and father, are of the same quality, nature of the Supreme Lord, Chinmaya Ras, full of knowledge, bliss, and eternity. So here in the 7th canto, I was looking even up to 11, 12, even 13. The pastimes of Lord Nrsimhadev is very wonderfully described. And today we'll be reading from the seventh chapter, well, fifth chapter actually. Fifth chapter, seventh canto, fifth chapter, text 23 and 24. But prior to that, yeah? No, I have. Okay, yes. Um, you see, how this story goes is that in the beginning, Parikshit Maharaj was asking Sukadev Goswami that seemingly there is some partiality on behalf of the Supreme Lord. Partiality means, it seems to be that he is favoring the demigods and he is killing the demons. Why will he kill the demons? Well, according to the Srimad Bhagavatam, Sukadev Goswami, he explains that when the mode of goodness is prominent, all of us are under the modes of material nature. What are they? Goodness, passion, and ignorance. So these are the three qualities or gunas in the material world. This is like compared to the rope. In the rope, there are three strands intertwined with each other. It becomes strong, very difficult to break. Prabhupada says that in this world, there is no such thing as pure goodness. And even if it is says good, good is not good enough. There's no such thing as good karma. Sometimes you've heard good karma. No, karma is bad because you have to come back again to receive the reaction of the pious activities that one perform. Now, it may be building a hospital, feeding the poor, giving shelter to the homeless, and so on. So, when the mode of goodness is prominent, then the soul act in a godly matter or manner, like demigod, godly. And if a person acts more prominent in the mode of ignorance and passion, raja and tamas, then he will act like a rakshasa or a demon. So we have minute independence. Krishna, even though Krishna knows what's going to happen next, but he doesn't interfere with our decision. That means we can change our destiny. If you know that it is going to rain outside, which happens very often here in Ireland, what do you bring? Yeah, you're prepared. Yeah. So if something that you know is going to happen, which is inauspicious, you be careful. Astrology is like that. It tells you what's going to happen to you, whether your marriage will be successful or not, if you're choosing the right wife or choosing the right husband. If the wife to be is wrong, why you get married to that wrong girl? You will not be having a very successful marriage. So Krishna doesn't actually favor one to another. It is us who makes the decision. So we get the result of what we do. We are responsible to our actions. And the demons means they don't accept God. They may know that there is God, but they don't adhere. They don't follow Him. They don't accept. Atheists is like that. They know that there is God, but they don't accept there is God. That's atheists. I was listening this morning. There are different kinds of atheists. There is a normal atheist who denies God completely. Yeah. There is also philosophical. atheist. By philosophy, they concluded that there is no God. But there is also a psychological God, atheist. Psychological atheist means he's acting like a devotee, but he is not acting that there is God. He is just wearing tila, he's wearing kantimala, he's wearing everything, the attire of a devotee, but his thinking is not godly. So King Indra, to not disturb Dharma, to not disturb the whole universal function, the demons were killed by Krishna or with the other demigods. So when Krishna killed demons, they don't go to hell, they attain moksha. But for the devotees, when they die, they attain also moksha, but different kinds of moksha. There are moksha that the devotees will receive, like Sarshiti, Samipya, Salokya, yes, Sarupya, same, having the same form, same planet, same opulence, hmm? Same features as the Supreme Lord. But the demons, they attained Sayuja, merging into the Brahman effulgence. And that is also temporary because there is no activities. And therefore, they have to come down again. And ultimately, they will do bhakti. It says in the teachings of Lord Chaitanya that eventually everyone, all the conditioned souls will go back home, back to Godhead. So there's hope for all of us. Some may go quicker, some may go longer, many millions of lifetimes. So there is this story of Diti and Kashyapa Muni. Now Kashyapa Muni he's a yogi, he's always in meditation. But somehow or other Diti, this story goes back in the third canto or in the seventh canto, but the story goes back in the third canto. That there were two guardians, chokidars. We call it chokidars in India, right? Not like a chokidars, they're always sleeping. In India, look, we pay them to sleep. So, but these chokidars are always alert. They're always watchful, seeing who's coming and going. So, Lord Brahma is the first living being in our universe. Tene Brahma Hida Adikavaye. He also doesn't have a father, Aja. But he came out from the abdomen of Garudakashayi Vishnu. There is a lotus flower and a long stem. So Lord Brahma is very powerful. He is the um, first living being and he's the topmost jiva in our universe. Now, this Lord Brahma has four heads. That's why it's called Chaturmukh. Chaturmukh. And it says that the material world comprised of practically unlimited universes. Prabhupada gave an example, just like our universe is like one mustard seed in a bag full of mustard seeds. So what is the percentage of that? 0.0000001. Who knows how many who many zeros after the point. So in other universes, Lord Brahma has 10 heads, 100 heads, 1,000 heads, 10,000 heads, 100,000 heads, depending on the size. And our universe is the smallest. So the first sons of Lord Brahma are the four Kumaras, Char Kumaras, headed by Sanat Kumar. Sanat Sanak, Sanatan, Sananda. Yes. All of them are Kumaras. Kumaras means child. Yeah? The meaning, childlike. So, but they are the most eldest. They're millions and millions of years old. Why they remain looking like a child, even though they're millions of years old, is that because they are celibate. They were asked by Brahmaji to procreate, to spread the population. Somehow or other, they said, no, we don't want that. According to the purport, Srila Prabhupada says that this is the only instruction that one does not have to abide by the disciple. If the guru says, you should get married, the disciple says, no way, no Guruji, that is acceptable. But usually the guru will say, oh, you should get married. That means you should get married. But this is just an example because guru knows the disciple. He knows better. The guru knows the disciple more than the disciple himself. Yes. So there are Brahmavadis. Brahmavadis means there are three aspects of the Supreme Lord. Brahmeti, Paramatmeti, Bhagavaditi, Sabjate. God has three aspects. Prabhupada gave an example. It's like the sunshine, the sun planet, and the sun deity, Vivasvan, Surya Dev. So, Brahma Jyoti means the effulgence of the Lord. Paramatma means the super soul within each and every one of us. Not just within each and every one of us. He is present everywhere, in every molecules, even inside and out. Even this room, this is full of Paramatma. Of course, we don't see. But we can realize Paramatma also. Because a person who has his senses is completely controlled, under control, he can realize Paramatma. Excuse me, I have a sore throat. Now, Paramatma knows past, present, and future as well. He knows everything, even what we're supposed to be doing. Prabhupada says the only difference between God and the jivas is that we are forgetful. We can forget. And Krishna never forgets. That's why he's God. So now, there is a Bhagavan feature of the Lord, the personal aspect of the Supreme Lord. Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam. Iti Chamsa Kalapamsa. Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam. The feature of the Lord, human-like feature, but he never changed. That's why he remembered, because his body never changed. He's a 16-year-old boy in the spiritual world. Never gets old, and there is no birth of Lord Krishna in the spiritual world. He's eternally 16-year-old boy. So now the Brahmavadis, the four Kumaras, they can go anywhere, in any planets, in any universe. One day they decided to see Lord Narayan. They wanted to see Lord Narayan. They became inquisitive. Now, to enter the Vaikuntha planets, you have to go through 7 gates. So they went first gate, second gate, third gate. There is a temple in South India. This is where Gopal Bhatt Goswami's place. Where is that place? Sri Rangam, where the deity is lying down. How many of you have been there? Good. In Srirangam, Lord Narayan is lying down, and there are three gates, three altars. That means to see Lord Narayan, the three gates must be open. Otherwise, if you only see the first one, then you only see up to here, to here. Then the middle gate is from here to here, and then the last one will be lotus feet, the legs. So yeah, I remember going there. There are many gates, like entering the Vaikuntha planet. So now they're entering the seventh gate. The Charkumaras and the Chokidars, their name are Jai and Vijay. Stop! You cannot enter. You look like a young boy, 5-year-old boy. What is your business here? You don't have any business to enter. Not knowing actually that there are very advanced devotees. So everything actually is planned by the Supreme Lord. Lord Narayan knows what's going on. He planned this. And then the Charkumar says, how impudent you are. Why are you stopping us? You are not doing your duty. You're not supposed to be here. You are not meant to be serving the Lord like this. Mm-mm. You're not qualified. You're not qualified to be here. So meanwhile, Lord Narayan actually, he was watching. He knows what's going on. And the four Kumara says, since you're not supposed to be here, you are meant to take birth in the material world. It's like they were cursed to take birth in the material world. And Lord Narayan came out. What is the commotion? What's going on here? What's the trouble here? So it was explained, yes, that these servants of yours are not supposed to be here. They're like this. Lord Narayan says, yes, you are right. I am responsible for their actions. See, the master is responsible for the actions of his servants. The king is responsible for the actions of his subjects. Like you have a dog, and your dog beat a child. What will the police do? Will the police find the dog or you? You! Because you own the dog, right? And if the child also goes to the hospital, you have to pay the bill, not the dog. So we have to be careful also, those who are followers of Srila Prabhupada, that we have to act accordingly. Not just inside the temple, but also outside, in public. Especially if they know you're devotee or followers of Srila Prabhupada and you act, behave improperly, then who will be criticized? Is it you or Srila Prabhupada? Srila Prabhupada. Yeah, so the disciple also carries the legacy of the Guru. So now, Lord Narayan says, yes, I agree with you. You can tell them what to do. But then the Kumara says, no. Whatever you decide, we will do. So it was given a choice to take birth 7 times as devotees or 3 times as demons. So Jai and Vijay, they talk with each other. Actually, there is a story in the Skanda Purana that one time Lakshmi Devi went out of Vaikuntha. Now she's trying to return. And Jai and Vijay says, no, only exit, no entry. So that's one of the reasons. There's another story in one of the Puranas saying that Jai and Vijay, they were talking. Oh, you know what? Yes, Lord Narayan is great. but we've never seen him fighting. We never heard of him fighting because he's never heard before. Because who can fight with Lord Narayan? Mosquitoes. You know, the demons will be just like mosquitoes. Will be like, you fling it like this, like an elephant stepping on the mosquito. What is the ratio of the mosquito compared to the elephant? Nothing. So who can fight? So to fulfill, because they wanted to see Giant Vijay, oh, we want to see Lord Narayan, his fighting skills. He must be really good in martial arts. So to fulfill that, Lord Narayan made an arrangement. Hmm. So there are see, Krishna, God will act in such a way that many things will be accomplished all at the same time. Hmm. To prove also the words of his devotees never goes in vain, always become true. Lord Nrsimhadev appeared because when Hiranyakashipu asked, "Where is your God? Is he here? Is he?" Yes, he is everywhere. Is he in this pillar? Yes. So to prove again. Hmm. And to glorify Prahlad Maharaj, his devotee. The story of Lord Nrsimhadev will not be there if there is no Prahlad Maharaj. The battle of Kurukshetra will not be heard even right now if there is no Arjuna. The story of Lord Ram will not be heard, Ramayan, every day in the villages without Hanuman. Is it Ravana? Forget that. You can have millions of Ravanas, but if you don't have Hanuman, there is no Ramayana. Yeah. So what happens is that they talk with each other. Then they approach Lord Narayan. Our dear Lord, we chose to take birth 3 times as demons. What? They're devotees. They want to become demons? Why is that? So that they can be reinstated immediately in their post as the chowkidar. They're attached not to the post, they're attached to the service. So we should be like that also. We should not be attached to a position here. In Krishna consciousness, we should not aspire for a position. We should just be aspire to serve the Lord with humility and sincerity. We were talking about that in our part one of the class today. Yeah? It doesn't matter what kind of service you do. You can be a pot washer. I know one disciple of Srila Prabhupada, I think I've told this before. In Montreal, he's been washing pots for so many years. And he told me, if I don't wash pots in one day, I will feel bad. Because this is his offering. And washing pots actually is cleansing our heart. Mhm. In some religions also they will have a queue and serving in the area where you live your chapel. Yeah, in Gurudwara. And Gurudwara, they will years to go in line so that they'll take that opportunity to serve the devotees. It's not the position that Lord Krishna is looking for. It is our mood of service. So, tatastu. Okay, so be it. You become. So the first birth is Hiranyakashipu and Hiranyaksha. And Hiranyaksha was killed by who? Varaha Dev. According to Srimad Bhagavatam, in different kalpas, Lord Varaha appears in different colors. White, Sweta Varaha, and there is one reddish. So, because Hiranyaksha is very proud, this is the number one quality of a demon, very proud, false ego. He thinks he is the master of all he survey. He is the Lord. He is the proprietor of everything. So he wanted to exhibit the fighting and he's challenging everyone, all the demigods. And all the demigods are all backing up. Uh-uh. We cannot fight with him. He's very cruel. He's very fierce. So what Varaha did, what Hiranyaksha did, so that he will be able to challenge Lord Vishnu, is that he took planet Earth out of its orbit and dropped the planet Earth to the um, extreme, in the bottom of the universe. Yes. And it says that to save planet Earth, no one can do it also. No demigods can do it. No. Now the Lord, he appeared, he manifests himself in a boar incarnation, Varaha. Because the boar or the pig, they can go to the most filthiest place and still they're not get affected. It's like in Vrindavan or in India, you've seen the pigs in action. Yeah, you've seen the pigs in action. They're all filthy. They play in the mud, they play in the dirt, they eat dirt. You give them halava, they will not eat. They eat their own stool. This is how dirty they are. So it's in the dirtiest place, in the nether region of the universe. So Varaha, he rescued the planet Earth. But then when Hiranyaksha saw Varaha doing this, he doesn't want him to be successful to bring back planet Earth in its orbit. Hmm? Then the fight happened. There was a big fight. They were fighting with clubs and punching and everything. While the demigods, they were all watching. You see, the demigods, they can see anything and everything. Even 5,000 years ago, during the pastimes of Lord Krishna, along with his Brajavasi friends, girlfriends, cowherd boys, they're all watching. And whenever Krishna will kill a demon, he says that Krishna will kill between two or three demons every day before tiffin time. But we've heard only like around 22 demons because if all of these demons will be recorded, actually some parts of the Srimad Bhagavatam are in the heavenly planets. So then we will not end reading all the demons, but they all attain moksha. They all attain moksha. Some demons that Krishna killed, they attain feature in the spiritual world to be servant, like Putana. Putana, she has the desire, she's a Rakshashi. She has the desire to kill Krishna, but at the same time, she wants to do it in such a way that she disguises herself to be a very beautiful celestial lady. No one stopped her, even Mother Yasoda, even Mother Rohini did not stop her. To feed Krishna with milk from her breast, but her breasts are smeared with poison. So Krishna sees the intention to feed him, but at the same time, by feeding him, he will be killed. So in bhakti, is not what you do which is important. What is more important is your intention. Why you do what you are doing. Understood? Why you are doing what you are doing. Krishna knows our intention. We cannot hide. So if your intention is to be the greatest devotee, which is good, but to be a greatest devotee, you have to be the humblest devotee, not to be the proudest devotee. Then you cannot become a greatest devotee. So the intention is more important than the action. So some of these demons are like that, but Hiranyaksha, no, he's very proud. So this is the first demon, death, for Jai and Vijay. Then Hiranyakashipu, his family members, they were all very, very much in grief. They were all remembering Hiranyaksha, hmm, because it's very, very dear to them. They were all crying and crying and crying. They were all in lamentation. Now, Hiranyakashipu, he knows the Vedas. He knows the science of the soul. He knows that we're not this body. So he was telling this to his family members. There's no need to worry. Why you lamenting? Hmm? The body may die, but the soul remains eternal. So why are you crying? So he's trying to pacify the mother, and the rest of the family. Then he made a vow to avenge the death of his brother. And by doing that, he performed tapasya. He performed tapasya. He performed tapasya for 100 celestial years. You know what's celestial year? Our time is relative compared to the Swargaloka, the middle planetary systems compared to the upper higher planetary systems is not the same. There, 1 hour there is 6 months of ours. So Hiranyakashipu, he went to Mandara mountain and he performed severe austerities. He was standing on his toes, his high is raised upwards to the sky, and he was looking also up to the sky. That is very severe. Sometimes I try to do this yoga posture where you put your leg to on your leg, and then you go like this. You cannot do it for like 2 minutes. Forget that. And he was doing it for how long? 100 celestial years. That there is some fire emanating from his head, and that fire is burning. It reached up to all over the universe. His standing is so heavy, he became heavy. The whole universe is trembling. Now all the demigods, they were all worried, what's going to happen to us? We better do something, so let's go and see Lord Brahma. Now, meanwhile, while this is going on, the demigods, they took over, headed by King Indra, they took over the position, the palace of Hiranyakashipu. When the cat is away, the mouse is at play. Is that the word? Yeah. So the king of demons is gone. So they took advantage. Oh, easily we can defeat them now. So they all went to the palace and they saw Kayadu. Now, Kayadu is the wife of Hiranyakashipu. And she's pregnant. So when King Indra saw Kayadu being pregnant, he assumed that let's capture her. Bring her back to our kingdom. And when she gives birth to the child, we will kill the child. He was thinking that this child is a great demon like Hiranyakashipu, or even greater. Then immediately comes in Narad Muni. Now, Narad Muni is amazing. He comes to the right time, at the right place, for the right reason. And now there is only one Narad Muni, okay? In every universe, there is only one Lord Brahma, one Lord Shiva. But I've never read, I've never heard that there are as many Narad Munis and many universes. No. He's the original spaceman, astronaut. He can go travel here and there. He can go to Vaikunta without visa and passport. He can go everywhere. All access pass. So he says, no, don't take her. She is sinless. She's a sinless woman. She may be wife of the king of demons, but she is sinless. She is innocent. And you don't know who is the child within her womb. She is a great devotee. He is a Mahajan. What is a Mahajan? Mahajan means they are authorities of Dharma. What's that? Swayambhu Narado Shambhu Komara Kapilo Manu Pralado Janako Bhishmo Balir Vayashaki Vayam. There are 12 Mahajans. Dharma, they're authorities of Dharma. They know the principles of Dharma and they also exhibit and act according to Dharma. So Prahlad is a great devotee. You don't know. Narad Muni says, I will take her with me. I'll bring her to my ashram. Now, while in the ashram, Kayadu was serving Narad Muni. And Narad Muni became pleased with her service that he will speak on Bhagavad Gita and pure devotional service. And while he is speaking the Bhagavad Gita, the child within the womb is listening. So for those of you who are grihastas, you be careful also not to contaminate the boy or the child within your womb. Better you read Krishna book, or any other parts of the Srimad Bhagavatam to purify, because they can. The soul is there already. And whatever you eat, if you eat chili, Hare Krishna. Then the child will also be, wow, Mata, what are you feeding me? So be careful. Only eat Krishna Prasad. Then even the child inside becomes purified. So now, Hiranyakashipu was like, now only bones, all of his body, the flesh, has been eaten by parasites, by earthworms, by ants. And he became covered by also a mound of sand. That when Brahma came, they're not able to. He was accompanied by 3 or 4 more uh, demigods because not all of them are thinking that we are safe if we come along. So they cannot find. But then he noticed, Lord Brahma noticed that there is this like an ant hill, and with his kamandalu, there's spiritual water there, sacred water. So he poured that, and lo and behold, Hiranyakashipu appeared back to his original form, but now more effulgent because of his austerity. Very brilliant. And he praised Lord Brahma. He praised Lord Brahma that you are the Lord of the universe. Flattering. As Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur says, If someone flatters you, he is your enemy. If someone criticizes you, he is your friend. Usually we think that, oh, he's flattering me. Yes, I am. You're my good friend. Uh-uh. No, no, no. He wants something from you if he flatters you. If someone criticizes you, whether it is good or not, there's a room for improvement. Don't think, oh, you're my enemy. Why you telling me these things? If it's not true, then why you become angry? If it's true, yes, I shall improve. I will improve. That's good. So Hiranyakasipu was flattering Lord Brahma. He says, you are the Lord. You are worshipable. So now he wanted to give a boon because he knows that Hiranyakasipu became very, very powerful. He can terrorize the whole universe. Actually, he's the first terrorist. It's like I've heard you had some rally here the other day, 10,000 people, more than 10,000 because of against terrorism. So the origin of that is Hiranyakashipu. He's the grandfather of all the terrorists. But his terrorism is really terrorism. Nowadays, terrorists are actually afraid. Hiranyakashipu is not afraid of anyone. He wanted to become immortal, to live eternally. But Lord Brahma says, I am also going to die. How can I give you something which I don't have? So in Krishna consciousness, we may not have love of God, but we can also give Bhagavad Gita and introduce the process how to attain love of God. We should just repeat what we've heard. We may not be perfect. The Prabhupada says, just repeat what Krishna says because he's our main source of knowledge. Whatever he says is perfect. You may not be perfect, but when you give perfect knowledge, you become perfect. You cannot say, oh Maharaj, I think I have to wait till I become perfect. And that will not happen. Because if you don't give, you don't get. Okay? You understand? So now, Lord Brahma says, how can I do this? I'm not immortal. I'm also mortal. I'm going to die. One day, Lord Brahma has 100 years. And his 100 years is 311 trillion years of our life. Now, Lord Brahma is over 50 years old at this time, this moment. So now, he wanted to trick Lord Brahma because he wanted to fulfill his desire. If he is eternal, if no one can kill him, maybe he can kill Lord Vishnu. If I am eternal, I will not die. Maybe God or Vishnu will die. So he asked him, okay, can you give me a benediction that I will not die either day or night? Yes. Can you give me a benediction that I will not die either in land or from the sky or in the water? Yes. Can you give me a benediction that I will not die outside or inside? Yes. Can you make me a benediction that I will not be killed by any man or any animal or any demigod? Yes. What else? Can you give me a benediction? Practically, he asked everything that will prohibit them to die. Hmm. What else can he do? Tatastu. So be it. Okay. So now he returned back. He returned back to his kingdom. And Prahlad Maharaj also was there. So now he wanted his son to be a better demon than him. He wanted his son to be a good demon. Is that possible? A good demon? No, it's okay. Demon means always bad. So he wanted to have a gurukul. A gurukul means the school of the spiritual master. It's like in Vrindavan, we have Gurukul, Bhaktivedanta Gurukul International School, VGIS. Our Gurukul is number one in UP in terms of academic and so on. We have two also. We have Vedic Gurukul. They teach more mantras and yagyas and so on. And we have the largest Gurukul in India, 60 acres. We bought 100 acres, 40 acres to our farm, for our farm, Goshala, and 60 acres. Now we have a university. Mhm. First university inaugurated a few months ago. What is that? Like University of Dublin? No, over there you learn how to like study about astrology, Vedic, more Vedic, yagyas, many things. Management in Vedic university, there is also management. So now he wanted to have a gurukul so that his son will learn how to be a good demon. And all of the sons of the other demons can enroll also themselves. And Sukracharya, who is the priest of the demigods, he has two sons, Sanda and Amarka. So they are the school teachers. He wanted, he called Sanda and Amarka, I want you to teach my son how to be a good in cheating, how to be untruthful, how to learn how to rule and divide. All of these things, all the demoniac qualities, you make sure that he'll be the best student, okay? I want him to be your best student. So, on the first day of school, Prahlad Maharaj returned home. So Hiranyakashipu was so happy to see his son. My dear son, come near me. And he put Prahlad Maharaj on his lap and he smelled his head. And usually the parents will do this. You do that to your kids? Grihastas, yes or no?
Yes, we do.
Did you ask your child in the first day of school, what have you learned, the best thing you have learned in school? Yes?
Yes.
Of course. The origin is Hiranyakashipu. Hiranyakashipu. So, my dear child, what have you learned today? What is the best thing you have learned today? So, Prahlad Maharaj says, the best thing I've learned is that, why waste your time? Now that you are in human form of life, you should try to endeavor to go back home, back to Godhead. Develop love for God. And Hiranyakashipu, instead of becoming angry, he just smiled. Oh, this is very interesting what you've learned in school. I wonder if this is the subjects that Sanda and Amarka are teaching you. So he called Sanda and Amarka. No, our dear Lord, we never taught anything like this to any students. So now Hiranyakasipu says, be very tight in security some spies, Vaisnavas must be entering our school and they're teaching without your notice. So they all became very, very vigilant now. So later on, again, so be sure that no one enters there. If they don't have any business there, don't let them in. I'm sure there is some spies entering our school, our Gurukul. So now they wanted to be sure, Santa in America, that no one enters there and continue teaching Prahlad Maharaj. And then he was asked again one day. This was the question. Hiranyakasipu said, "My dear Prahlad, my dear son, O long-lived one, for so much time you have heard many things from your teachers. Now please repeat to me whatever you think is the best of that knowledge." Now we'll read. Now we'll come to this point. Now we'll read the 9 processes of bhakti. And this is like one of the longest purports Prabhupada has given in Srimad Bhagavatam. And we don't have 1 hour to explain all of this. I did a series of a discussion this last year when I went to America. And sometimes it'll take us many days in one of the 9 processes of bhakti. So Prahlad Maharaj says, hearing and chanting about the transcendental holy name, form, qualities, paraphernalia, and pastimes of Lord Vishnu, remembering them, serving the lotus feet of the Lord, offering the Lord respectful worship with 16 types of paraphernalia, offering prayers to the Lord, becoming his servant, considering the Lord one's best friend, and surrendering everything unto him. In other words, serving him with the body, mind, and words. These 9 processes have accepted as pure devotional service. One who has dedicated his life to the service of Krishna through these 9 methods should be understood to be the most learned person, for he has acquired complete knowledge. This is quite a long purport. So now, Hiranyakashipu now became so angry. And he called Santa and Marka. Is this true? This is what you're teaching again? No, 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 our dear Lord. We never taught anything like that to Prahlad. Actually, in one of the Puranas also, because they're going to be punished by Hiranyakashipu. They were pleading to spare their lives. What kind of knowledge you're teaching to my son? In one of the Puranas, they beg Prahlad Maharaj, his son Dinamarka, please tell your father that we did not teach this to you. It's not in the Srimad Bhagavatam. It's not in the Srimad Bhagavatam. Please, please tell your father. So Prahlad Maharaj says, yes, they did not tell me. Then where did you get this knowledge from? He did not know that actually he learned this from within his mother's womb. So again, be very careful. Grihastas were supposed to have child. If you recite the Srimad Bhagavatam or Bhagavad Gita, then they'll be very, very sharp. Usually, the Grihastas, they pray to have a Krishna conscious child. Yeah? But higher than that is to have the child spread Krishna consciousness. That is a better prayer. And if you qualify, then it's like Bhaktivinoda Thakur, he prayed to have a son like a ray of Lord Vishnu. And maybe get a child as Bimala Prasad, Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur. So now they were pardoned. But then again, He knew exactly who is Prahlad Maharaj now. He knew that Prahlad Maharaj is none other than a Vaishnava. He compared him to be Lord Vishnu. You must be Lord Vishnu because you're on the side of Lord Vishnu. So he wanted to kill his own child now. Make sure that he will accept my supremacy and not of Lord Vishnu. So they threw him from a mountain, they put him in the boiling oil, they feed him poison, they pierce him with trishul. Hmm? They did everything to him. They put him in a pit of snake and scorpions and very poisonous animals.
Fire.
Fire, they burn him with fire. Nothing happened to him. Unscattered. Why? Because he's always remembering Lord Vishnu. He's always, his mind. They may do anything and everything, but nothing harm. So he became so furious now that he himself wanted to kill his own child. Where do you get your power from? And Prahlad says, Saint, where do you get your power from? There's only one power that almost everyone gets from. So he says, man, he wanted to kill the if he is everywhere, yes, he's everywhere. Then he put his sword. mm, see in this pillar. Yes, he is in the pillar. So he smashed the pillar and then ah! Not like that. Almost like that. Lord Nisinghadev appeared. Not man, not animal, because it's what? Half man, lion. Not outside, not inside, because in the doorway. But it says they were fighting for a long time before that. Hmm. They were fighting long time. That's why when he did not appear, he appeared. See, when he got killed, actually, when he got killed was like at that time, because not day, not night. So that means they were fighting before that. Not in the land, not in the water, the air, but in the land. Not any weapon, uh, but with the nails. Mm. Actually, because he is the God of love, that he took away all the anarthas. One of the names of Lord Nisinghadev is Jwala. Jwala Nisingha, merciful, merciful Nisingha, which means he did not take away, just like Lord Krishna, he took away the life air of Putana, but she became purified. That when they were burning, the Brajavasis, they were burning the body of Putana, which is about 14 or 16 kilometers in length. It's like from east of Kailash to Connaught Place. That is the distance. When they were burning her body, a very fragrant aroma came from the body of Putana. So the same thing, Hiranyakashipu, when Lord Nisinghadev bifurcated his chest and took the intestines and to put around like a garland, it is not dirty. It's purified. It's been touched. Anyone who's been touched by the Lord or his pure devotees, they become purified. That means all of the unwanted things, dirty things, everything, the demoniac mentality, everything has been washed away. That's why Lord Nisingadev is the God of love. He's the God of protection, but more the God of love. Mhm. Love towards his devotees and love towards even the demons, because he's equal to everyone. So later on, he was in anger, real anger. No one can come closer to Lord Nisingadev, even Lakshmi Devi, Brahma. No, not ever. No. He was in anger, fears that somehow they convinced, I believe it was Lord Brahma. Was it Lord Brahma? Who? Who asked, why don't you go? Okay, okay. There's one person we should read. We'll find out. Why don't you go closer to your Lord? Then Lord became appeased. He became peaceful. Shanta. Shanta Nishinha. Right? Peaceful Nishinha. Have you been to Ahobilam? Ahobilam? Hey, you been to Ahobilam? Very good. Anybody else? You go. Ahobilam, there are 9 Nishinhadev there, Murtis. Some of them are self-manifest. Some of them are self-manifest. It's up. It's near Hyderabad. It's about 6 hours drive. Yeah, we've been there. You've been there? Oh, half of your life is not. It's not
We
complete.
will we will organize Maharaj with you.
Organized. We have a nice ashram there. ISKCON ashram. So now, uh, Nishingadev asked me for any benediction. Please, he asked Prahlad Maharaj, I want to give you a benediction because you suffered so much and you sacrificed everything. I am pleased with you. Prahlad Maharaj says, no, 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 my dear Lord, if a servant asks from his master some remuneration from his service, then it becomes like a business transaction. Service that to the Lord means the servant is not expecting anything in return. He just wants to please the Supreme Lord. That is bhakti. Bhakti means not expecting anything in return. That is pure bhakti. Mixed bhakti means I want something. I want holiday. I want a vacation. 1 day off only. No, no. Prahlad Maharaj says, no, no, no. Then I will be like dealing with you in a business transaction. So no, no, no. I want to give you. Then he was persuaded, and eventually, okay, if you want me to ask you a benediction, and you want to give me that benediction, I want everyone to go back home, back to Godhead, including my father.
Oh.
This is including the father. This is the heart of a pure devotee. He doesn't have any enemy. He doesn't have an enemy at all. Others may consider themselves to be an enemy of the devotee, but the devotee, he doesn't have any enemy. He loves everyone. It's like, who's another one? Vasudev Dutt? Vasudeva Dutt in Chaitanya Lila. He wants to have all the sins, yeah, of all the living beings in the universe to be transferred to him so that they can go back home, back to God. He doesn't mind himself to suffer. That's why he says, Haridas Thakur is the same thing. That's why Haridas Thakur is both the incarnation of Brahma and Prahlad Maharaj combined. That's why he says, Prabhupada says that Vasudev Dutt and Prahlad Maharaj, they are greater than Jesus. Jesus is great also because he died for the sins, but only those who are believing in him. Yeah? But Vaishnava, ready to go to hell for the benefit of everyone. So many, many more things in 1 hour. How long we how long we been here? Move this. This is not the one.
1 hour 20 minutes.
Yeah, 1 hour and 20 minutes. I just made it like summarize in such a way. 1 week is not enough to discuss, especially Prahlad Charita, what he learned from the womb of his mother. But we mentioned just few of the most important parts of this subject. And I'm very happy to be with you to relate this Nishing Halila. And I hope that you will come again next Sunday. Come on time, like what you did today. And maybe there's a drama also.
Yes.
Nishinga. Nishinga Chaturdasi is not complete without Leela, presentation of Lord Nishingadev, isn't it? And one time Prabhupada was watching the Nishinga Leela in Mumbai, and he says, all glories to the devotees, especially Mr. Hiranyakashipu, because he did a good part. He played the good part of Hiranyakashipu. So we'll stop here for now. Is there any question or comment? Yes.
Maybe someone else can take the chance.
It's okay, it's okay. It's okay. Go ahead.
Like Maharaji, question is that when Prahlad Maharaj saw Nrsimhadev in the pillar, so in what form he saw? Like in the form of Vishnu four-arm form or as a Nrsimhadev?
Nishingadev.
Nrsimhadev.
Nishingadev. 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 Just like you've heard the story of the cobbler. Yeah? He has so much faith that when Narad Muni says, oh, what is my Lord doing? Oh, he's treading an elephant in the eye of a needle. And the cobbler says, oh, how great, how nice is my Lord. He had no doubt. So he saw Singadev. He has no doubt that this is my Lord, even though he's half man, half lion.
One question.
Okay? Any question? Yes, sir.
At the beginning of this story, you said at the beginning of the story, you said there was like they Jay and Vijay when they were asked which path they want to go in order to get the
Yes.
they choose demonic way
Three birds as demons.
at the sixth birth in as a devotee. Why the devotee is having very long process for getting the moksha?
Because no, well, the pastime, that is the pastimes. That they were given choice to be devotees or demons. It's not that the devotees takes longer. There's a saying, the good one goes first. You heard of that?
Yes.
The good ones goes first. That means we're not the good ones yet. It's the pastimes is like that. It doesn't have that meaning that the devotees
But in
stays
the
long.
Kali Yuga time, devotee can get easily moksha.
In Kali Yuga?
Yeah, in this era.
Yes. If you make yourself when you're ready to go, Krishna will call you. If you're not ready, Krishna will wait. That means we're given more chance to purify ourselves. Yeah. It is like when the disciple is ready, the guru is always ready. But when the disciple is ready, then he'll get initiated. But if he's not initiated, the guru may be there, but he will not get initiated. Yeah? Does it make sense? Right. Krishna is always there. But we're not ready to go back home, back to Godhead. So he'll keep on waiting, even millions and millions of lifetimes. But as soon as we go forward one step towards Krishna, says Krishna will take 9 steps towards us, or maybe 10 or 11. That means he's more eager for us to go back to Godhead than we do. We want to play around. We want to stay longer. We want to be diverted. We know the process, but we don't want to follow the process 100%. Actually, Jai and Vijay, they stayed one more lifetime as Jagai and Madhai. This is what the Acharya says. Because they've heard that Lord Chaitanya will come to perform his Sankirtan program. So they want to have darshan of Lord Chaitanya. That's why they came 500 years ago as Jagai and Madhai, and they became Jagannath and Madhav. By the mercy not of Lord Chaitanya, by Lord Nityananda. So he says Lord Chaitanya is the most merciful, but more merciful than the most merciful is Lord Nityananda. Yes. So again, we have to know Tattva first, then we will relish the Leela. And Tattva has been written by the 6 Goswamis. Yeah. Anything else? Yes.
Hare
Okay.
Krishna Maharaj.
Yes. Go ahead.
Hare Krishna Maharaj. Thank you so much for the class. I have a question from the previous class. Maharaj, you mentioned that for attentive chanting, we need to focus on the sound vibration
For attentive chanting, we need to focus on the sound vibration.
and not have any thoughts in the beginning. So, Maharaj, can you give some practical tips on how to chant attentively?
Chant attentively. No cell phone. No scrolling. No scrolling with your left hand and chanting here. I've seen one devotee, he was cooking and the cell phone at the same time. Going maybe Instagram or Facebook or whatever. TikTok. Is there TikTok here?
Yes, it's here.
You're lucky. Not in India. They don't have TikTok in India. No. See, a materialist, as soon as he woke up, you know what he will do? He'll drink coffee. He'll read newspaper. He has a smoke in his hand or whatever. He's listening to music all at the same time. When you're chanting, you should sit in a very quiet place, sacred place, preferably in front of Tulsi Devi or in front of the deity. Others can wait. It's not the end of the world. That is attentive chanting. Don't think of what even you're going to do for Krishna on that day. That is again inattentive. Don't think, oh, I think I will go to the temple and I'm going to see my friends while chanting. That is inattentive. You don't think of anything else. Don't do anything else. We're all guilty of this. Oh, all of us, one time or another. Don't worry. Everything will be Everything will come unto its own place at the right time. But this time is only you and Krishna in your japamala. Nothing else. That's why you have to control the mind in this way. An uncontrolled mind, he wants to do many, many things all at the same time. And you will not be able to accomplish even one. Hmm? It's very important. It takes a lot of discipline to do this, to come to this platform. Once you come to this platform, then you will relish the chanting of the holy name. It's not mechanical anymore. You will chant happily. That's why chant and be
Happy.
not chant and be worried. Why you chant and be worried? Oh yeah, I'm gonna do this. Oh no, no. Hare Krishna. Oh, sometimes you've seen devotees. They're chanting. They have a piece of paper, like small notebook and a pen. While chanting, they remember something. Okay, that's not that's not attentive. Hmm? It takes a lot of practice. This will not happen in one day. No, but it is possible. It's just discipline. This is what you call discipline. Disciple is where it came from. Discipline. Okay?
Thank you,
Who,
Maharaj.
who has a question? Yes, sir.
Thank you very much, Maharaj, for your class. In, in your class, you mentioned that in bhakti, intent matters a lot.
In bhakti, in intention matter. Yeah, it is the most important.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's the most important. So my question is, what if the intentions are not followed up by proper actions? In that case, does intentions in bhakti still matter? Does it have any value?
The intention, we should know our goal. We should know our goal. We should not lose the vision of our goal. Yes. Our goal is to go back home, back to Godhead. So we should do anything and everything to attain that. But at the same time, it's like you have to know where you're going to. But how to get there, you should be always focused that I want to go there. I'll give you an example. It's like in India, you've seen kids, they're like walking in a tightrope. Yeah, like in circus, right? You know, they're having this long pole. That is very difficult, isn't it? Where are they looking while they are walking to reach from this end to that end? Where are they looking?
At the end.
Right there. They don't look here. You'll fall. You walk like this? No, you'll fall. They look there. They don't know where the foot is gonna go. But they reach that place because they're not losing the sight of where they are going. So our intention should be only to serve the Lord, nothing for me, not even to gain material things or attain jnana, jnana karma anabritam. Anukulyena krishnanu silanam bhaktir ucha te. Yes? Anyabilasita sunyam jnana karma anabritam. So this is the topmost. This is wanted. What is our desire? Okay, I'm gonna give you an exercise now. Think for 5 seconds. All of us meditate. If you are given only one desire, what will it be? And we will not speak for 5 seconds. Hare Krishna. Don't tell me what is your desire. You're only given one, but I think I was thinking of three, but they're all related. Nothing wrong with that, isn't it? Especially if you go to the Holy Dham. The Holy Dham is a place where all your desires becomes fulfilled. But anywhere, even in the temple, when we have darshan of the Lord, we should only be desiring the best desire, prayers. When we see the Lord, when we see the Panchatattva, these are like embassies of the spiritual world. Anything else? Okay, go ahead.
Like you mentioned,
Huh?
No, Madhuri is asking.
Mm-hmm.
like you mentioned, like pure bhakti is like in return will not expect anything. Pure bhakti is like in
Pure
return,
bhakti is not expecting anything in
whatever
return.
bhakti that is misplaced bhakti. But how will elevate ourselves?
How?
We'll elevate ourselves. We know we are not doing pure bhakti because in return
Well, you keep trying, keep trying. Even the most simple person, when he chants the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, eventually he'll become purified. There is no such thing that when chanting of the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra will not be purified. Are you chanting? How many rounds? Keep chanting, keep more chanting. One day we'll become purified. Okay?
I had one more question for.
Okay, last one. The young lady, yes. Hare Krishna.
My question is that
Someone.
sometimes people ask us some questions during our chanting time that we have to reply in that time or else we'll lose the chance.
Oh, sometimes people are asking us while we're chanting.
That we have to answer immediately or else
Do we have to answer immediately or?
no, so you have to answer immediately because then
Do we have to answer and you have to answer immediately?
yes, please.
And
Is that a question, right?
Yes.
do you have to answer immediately?
Yes, so
How to
handle
how to handle it? If the question is, are you hungry? Yes. I'm going to no, no, no. Uh, um, it depends on the question, but normally when you are chanting, the person who's asking the question should also understand that you should not be disturbed. Now, if it is emergency and you are chanting, you can stop your chanting and ask what is the matter. But typically, normally, when you chant, you just chant. You don't want to be interrupted. I know one devotee, he doesn't want to finish the chanting. If you have a question, he'll say, I'll finish this one round. Because when you start the round from the head beat going here, that is one complete round. And if you start in the middle, are you listening? Okay. And if you start in the middle or like 8 more beats and you started to chant, it is not, and you, when you speak and then you continue, that is not one round. The one round means uninterrupted. So you can say, then that person who would like to ask a question will be silent and then you chant, continue chanting. And then, yes, what can I do for you? You have a question, whatever. But normally, you should not be disturbed. No one should disturb anybody while the person is chanting japa or gayatri, not until it is very urgent and is very important. This is a proper etiquette. Yes? Thank you. What's your name?
My name is Ishani.
Isani? Very good.
And Maharaj, this is
She made for you.
Okay, thank you.
Haribo.
It says here, Hare Krishna Maharaj, please accept my humble obeisance unto you. Thank you for coming to Dublin. But I'm really blessed to have association of a pure devotee like all of you. And please give me your blessing since I'm a fallen soul, your servant, Aishani. Thank you. Very sweet. Okay, now go to Arti. Hare Krishna. Sini Singare Bhagavan Ke. Jai. Maharaj Ke. Jai. I went to the washroom. I went to the washroom. No, I went there. So
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. We'll come in and sit for 2 more minutes. I have few announcements. Please sit for 2 more minutes. Or maybe we can
Let's see,
come
maybe
in.
someone
I'll
would
announce
like to
while
see
you
me.
stand. Okay,
You can
because
tell-
we
you
have
can-
very less space today.
you can tell them if someone wants to see me after the Gora Arti, it's okay. I'll be here, no problem.
Here, Maharaj.
Yeah, here or whatever.
Here is
Wherever I
okay
can sit
because
down.
downstairs will start Prasad.
Yeah.
Hare Krishna. So we can come in. Maybe ladies can come in front. Prabhujis can go at the back because we have so many people today. So Matajis can come in front and Prabhujis can go at